When I was in my 20s and I was young and dumb with nothing, I used to think that a better home would make me happier. A better car, more money, the material things would make me happy. And don't get me wrong, I had nothing. I didn't even have money for food. I was homeless at some point. I got the electricity turned off at my little apartment, the water turned off. Next thing you know, I can't get in, and I found myself sleeping on the floor of my business that didn't even have flooring or audio or an AC for it. And then later on, in my mid to late 20s, I became a millionaire. I had opened 7 gyms, I had outgrown my first one, expanded, then blew it up to 7, opened 7 gyms total, 6 that ran at the same time, started a supplement company, bought my home, bought my dream car twice, traveled to coolest places. I was buying all these things. I married the love of my life. I was employing dozens and dozens of people. I had up to 80 team members at one point. I was donating to charities, building things, like getting involved in these awesome things, making an impact in my community. And it was exciting. I was proud of myself. I was pumped. And after a while, it kind of wore off. And I started to not feel that excited anymore. It just became normal. So you take it for granted. And so I thought that the material things would lead to a better quality of life. It does at the moment, but not long term. Because what I've learned in this book that I'm reading is not your home that dictates the quality of your life. It's your emotional home. Your emotions dictate the quality of your life. And I've met a lot of people way more successful, right? More money than me, that are angry, that hate other people, that are always with their guard up, like feeling like people just trying to take advantage of them. And I've been when I had nothing. I was scared shitless because I didn't know how I was going to survive. But I was pumped. I was hungry for the future. I was grateful for what I had. I was passionate. I had this energy, that enthusiasm about me that drove people into me until I was able to build this movement. And don't get me wrong, later on, I lost everything. I lost the dream car. I had to shut down businesses, had to lay off a lot of people. We had a pandemic, shutdowns, everything. And I went to this whole thing where back to low emotions, high emotions, was suicidal for a while, when everything I had built for over a decade just evaporated like this in 2020. And back to rebuilding. But what I've learned here is I've been happy broke, and I've been happy with a decent life. And I've been miserable in both as well. So what I've learned is that it's not really the material world that determines the quality of your life, but your internal world. How you think, how you feel, how you operate yourself. Do you break character? Do you break the promises you make to yourself? Do you feel guilty because you do things that you know you shouldn't be doing? Or you're not doing the things that you should be doing, and you feel this internal shame, you feel down, you have this negative self-talk, this self-sabotage, right? So really, it's not really about the material world. It's about the internal world. Your emotional home is gonna determine how happy you feel, how excited you feel, if you look forward to the future. And if you're not looking forward to the future and you're not enjoying the present, it doesn't matter if you live in a $20 million mansion or if you live in a little crappy apartment that you're late for rent every month. Just remember, even if you won the lottery today, you are still you. Your negative vices have not changed. Your habits have not changed. So if you have negative habits, negative thoughts, you're just gonna magnify them with more material success. That's why it's important to work on you, because until you fix you, you're just gonna make more damage if you have more material stuff in the real world. Just think about it. If you had $100 million right now, you would ruin your life. You would get a divorce, you would cheat, you would piss people off in your circle, you would lose everything, you would probably go bankrupt, you would go into debt, and then you would probably end up in drugs and rehab or suicidal, like many of the lottery winners do, because they received the material success, but they didn't earn it. They didn't grow into the identity of the person that knows how to manage that, all that power. So remember, be grateful you're not there yet, because you're not ready for it. It would destroy your life. You think you want to be famous and people look up to you and be a billionaire. Trust me, you would ruin your life, because you are not the person worthy of that yet. Yet, you can become that person. But remember, your emotional home. I gotta be honest. Last year, my emotional home, I'm not proud of it. My emotional home was stress, frustration, always worried, always feeling like I was behind because I stretched myself too thin. And when you're in a negative emotional home, you treat people wrong. You're not your best self. So right now I'm being very intentional on choosing the emotions that I want to be my home, my top 5, top 6 emotions that I want to live by. And that helps me determine who I need to be, what I need to do every day. What do I say yes to? What do I say no to? If you tell me right now, hey, let's go get wasted, I'm gonna say no, because that doesn't align with the emotions and the standard, the character that it's a priority for me and who I'm trying to be. So if you tell me, hey, let's do some coke, let's do this, I'm not even gonna be tempted because it doesn't align. When I was stressed, always tight, always tense, always feel like behind, always feeling like the weight of the world on my shoulders, I was probably more likely to say yes to some stupid stuff like that. But just remember, another thing I heard in this book is people think that you become successful once you have money. It's the other way around. You get money once you become successful. And it's not about money. The material world, recognition, status, whatever success means to you. You don't really get that materialization of the success in the world until you have become the person who is a success, who attracts success. Remember, success could be around you, you could be repelling it because you're still stuck in your negative patterns. And success doesn't mean money, by the way. Success means all around, all areas of life. Your faith, your family, your fitness, your finances. I would never trade places with somebody who just has money but doesn't have the other ones. When I was young, I thought money was success. Now that I'm a little bit wiser and I still haven't learned shit, I know that to me success is all areas of life, all areas operating in all cylinders. That's the people you want to listen to, people you would trade places with, not just trade bank accounts with, not just trade houses with. Are they making an impact? Are they proud and fulfilled by what they're doing? Do they enjoy their daily life? Are they good people? Are they good people who are doing good to others? Or are there the people that are doing everything, under the table, screwing people over, no integrity, no loyalty? Like, really look at all areas. All right, hope that helps. Let me know if you need any help reaching any progress in your entire life. You don't want to just be fit, but have a shitty life. Be a narcissist, all about you, or you don't want to just be rich in one area of your life. You want to be rich mentally, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically. Send me a message. Let's chat. And also, where are they going? Some people make a lot of progress and then they get stagnant, they settle, they get comfortable, and they retire, whether they admit it or not. Where are they going? Are those people going places, becoming better people? That to me is the real success. When you're making progress and you're strong in all areas. Now, for the record, I'd rather have all the material things and have a great emotional home and be happier. I would never want to go back to struggling with, what am I gonna eat today? Am I gonna have electricity tonight? So, work on your emotional home as you work to attain the material success, because it is better to have than to not have. But just remember, the priority is you internally. I just don't want to sound like, oh, all these things don't matter. Just stay mediocre, stay low, stay broke, and just be happy. No, that's not my message. My message is always work hard for a better scenario in all areas of life. All areas of life. I mean, I'd rather be fit than be fat. I don't care how grateful I was when I was 70 pounds overweight. I didn't want to take my shirt off. I feel self-conscious. So, yes, a better body, a better mindset, a better emotional home, a better bank account, a better house, a better car. Not either or, all of it. Why limit yourself? Life is too short, you only get one. Why limit yourself? Why wouldn't you want to be the most badass version of you? A version of you that you would admire in all areas. That's your goal, to create that badass in your life.